You can talk.
Hello, how are you? My name is Chris, and I have been doing readings for many, many years now. I have various different styles. So I use pendulums, just an example of the pendulum that I'll be using today. Um, and I also, along with the pendulum, I like to use this, which will give me yes, no, maybes. It has days, it has numbers, all sorts of information on there. And the pendulum basically uses my energy. So when you're asking questions, it can really help me to get some insight on that. I use tarot cards. I also use angel oracle cards too. And my biggest help is I'll show you this picture. This is an illustration of my spirit guide. Her name is Eleanor, and she gives me a lot of useful information too. And I like to mix up those bits of different skills to help to build a fuller picture. So yeah, that's me. So I'm here today for you to ask questions. So anything that you have to ask, that's fine. If you just type it below, and we will get going. So I have quite a few pendulums here. I will show you a couple of them. This one is my chakra. It has all the different chakra colors on there. I find this very useful when I'm doing energy work. I'm also a Reiki master, and I tend to be able to start to use some healing on that person as I'm talking to them. And sometimes you might feel like a sudden calm come over you or something like that. It's not that I'm actively trying to heal you, it just happens through the reading. So, yeah, that's something that happens quite a lot to me also. Um, so, yeah, when you're ready with your questions, then if we shoot them through. Okay, Kathleen, will I be financially stable in 2022? Okay, let's take a look at that for you. I'm going to use a tarot card for that. Also, Eleanor as well. I'll just focus in on what she has to say. Okay. Okay. So here we have this card for you, Kathleen. Let me just get that on the screen for you. This is very abundant. So the answer to your question there is yes. Yes, you are going to be more financially stable. I know it's been difficult for you. You've had your ups and downs, and things, have been a little bit worrying at times. But 2022 from around March is going to start to pick up for you. You'll see that more money is coming in and things will start to settle. So the card itself, it's all about leaving a legacy, leaving something behind. So you'll be able to build up to, which is going to be very nice for you. So don't worry if things aren't looking great for you right now. Things are going to get much better for you, Kathleen. Okay, I'm ready for the next question if there's one available. Jackie, what job will I find? Okay. So Eleanor is talking to me that you've been struggling to find something that you are happy with. She is pulling me right back to one of the first jobs that you ever had. She's talking about having to travel for this job, and it's put you off the fact that you would need to travel Sometimes I feel that you are very manic feeling, and that you just can't seem to find balance as much as you try. You will find your job, they are saying, at the end of February. But the very first job that you had that you really enjoyed, it was lost from you. That's where you should be looking to go back to. You will need to travel for it, but just put your trust in the universe that will all work out fine for you. Don't worry about the traveling. Don't worry about what might seem quite expensive to do. It won't be that way. It just looks that way in the first instance, and then you'll be more than happy with what you're doing. Okay. Kaz Pepper, when will I meet my soulmate? Okay, I'm gonna take a pendulum for this one. Okay, so first of all, let's establish that we are gonna actually meet our soulmate. Yep, the pendulum's swinging quite fast from side to side for yes there. So let's take a look at, it's definitely going to be 2022. Eleanor is telling me that. And the pendulum is swinging at number 5. So it's going to be in May 2022 that you're going to meet your soulmate. They're showing me like a restaurant environment where you would be out, not looking for anybody, not actually trying to find this soulmate, and they will find you. You'll be out with either friends or family, out for a nice meal, and that's when that's going to happen for you. That's going to be in May. Absolutely. Linda G. Hi, can you tell me anything about a man that I've been chatting with? His name is Jim. Okay, Linda. I'm going to turn to Eleanor for this one. Okay. So she's showing me that Jim is a really nice guy. He seems to be really unstable with his moods. He lets things get to him rather quickly, and he can come across quite angry or snappy sometimes. I don't think that he means to. Sometimes he doesn't even know that he is doing it. But there does seem to be a way to get through that for you. She's showing me that, Jim can be the one for you. Everything is there. There is seeds of doubt in your mind that that's going to happen for you. But I think with a little bit of understanding that he doesn't understand what's happening to him energetically, I feel like he does have some gifts himself, but he will never say anything about it. But yeah, I think that with a little bit of work and a little bit of understanding, that this relationship could really move forwards for you. Okay, Aisha. My boss submitted my documents for me to be employed permanently when I should be expecting to be employed. I really need to be employed. Okay, I'm going to turn to the pendulum for this one to see when you should expect to be employed. It does. Elena is saying soon, but let's try and get that accurately down. Okay. So yeah, it's swinging yes, absolutely yes, and it is swinging to the number 1. So we're looking into January for that. I'm just going to ask it which week. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Okay, so that's showing me the second week of January. I have in my mind the number 9. So I'm going to go all out there and tell you that you should be looking around the 9th to be receiving confirmation of that you will be employed. Okay, Paulo Costa, hi. Will I have any professional development in 2022? Okay. Okay, yes, you will. I see that this probably should have happened already, but there has been so much going on that it's been unreasonable for that to be expected. I don't think it's going to be in the first half of the year for you, Paolo. I think, to be honest with you, it's going to be early September, around that time, maybe even late August if the situations around that are able to settle down. But yeah, absolutely, it is going to happen next year, but I wouldn't be too impatient for it to happen. I feel like that's going to take a little while. But once it happens, it really happens. So expect that to move fast once it starts, and you're going to get some really interesting offers that come around it once you're developed, and there's a lot of opportunity to come from that too. Okay, hope that's okay, Paolo. Okay, Melina. If I am going to find my soulmate. Okay, I'm going to turn to the pendulum for you, Melina. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Okay, so that's swinging to maybe. Now, when the pendulum swings to maybe, it's usually because of circumstance. And what Elena is putting into my ear is the fact that I think you've been looking in the wrong places. So yes, your soulmate is there to be met. However, I don't think that A, the timing has been right for you, or B, that you've been looking in the right places. So what I would be tempted to ask you to do there is to do some work on yourself, do some healing work. I feel like there's things that have happened to you in past relationships that have been quite damaging, and those things need to be dealt with, because the universe won't put your soulmate in front of you if you're not ready to accept what they have to offer. So sometimes I think that this can be quite damaging to the search for a soulmate. So yeah, go away and do some work for you, concentrate on you, give yourself the nice things that you deserve, because you do deserve them. And once you feel ready to start searching in the right places, your soulmate will come along. And the time frame for that completely depends upon you and how fast you can work on yourself. I hope that's okay. Tani, will I get a new job in 2022? Okay, and again, I'm going to turn to the pendulum to ask that question. No doubt Elena will add to that also. Okay, so straight away, yeah, we're going to yes. We're swinging really strongly, so absolutely we're going to get a job in 2022. I'm going to try and sort of give you a little bit more information about that too. I know you only asked if you were going to get one. Okay, so it's swinging at the number 3, which is March. Absolutely, you should be preparing yourself, Elena says. You want a new job, and you're just not giving yourself the time to be able to look efficiently. She says that sometimes you can be easily distracted, which can take away. But she also acknowledges that you're a very busy person, and that it can easily take you away from searching for a job. There's not really been time, but if you make the make the time in the new year, then certainly by March you'll be looking at a new job. Okay. Okay, Carla. Finances for me, first half of 2022. All right, I'm going to turn to the cards here. And then I will work with Eleanor. Okay. Okay, so, yeah, okay. So here we have the Two of Wands. We're looking essentially at the Two of Wands. You're going to be waiting for money to come in. I believe that there is travel on the cards for you, and that could, well, impact on your finances for the first half of the year for sure. I think that if you were to really buckle that belt, tighten it up, and pull back some of those expenses, Elena says that things will be stable for you. I don't see anything too dramatic happening for you around those finances initially. But saying that, come the end of May, start of June, then we should start to see flow increasing. But really, I hope you understand what I'm talking about around the travel plans. Really think about those travel plans. Are they necessary? Can something else be done around them? And you could pull that time frame forwards for money to be even better in the first half of the year for you. I hope that's okay. Okay, Rachel S. Hey, Chris, wondering if you have any general guidance for me. Okay, Rachel, let's ask Elena. Okay, so she's showing me that life hasn't been the best. It's not been the worst, but it's not been the best to you. And she feels like there's been opportunities missed. She says that in order for you to receive what you're asking for, because you're asking questions and you're wishing that things would change for you. In order for that to happen, then you truly have to focus upon it. She's showing me that, again, you can be easily distracted. Sometimes decisions that are made can be made too fast. And sometimes we need to slow that down. We need to think a little bit about what effect that's going to have on a later point in time in your life. So basically the message from her is to slow it down, slow the process down on how you make the decisions, and things will start to become clearer. You have a gift too. They're showing me you're empathic. You take in other people's energies, other people's problems become your own problems, and that can really affect you too. So as on top of the slowing down the process, that's also taking into account, is the problem yours or is the problem somebody else's? Because if it's somebody else's, then that's for them to deal with and not you. I hope that makes sense. Kathleen Rawley. Am I compatible with a Scorpio? 11 for the first 63. And myself, Gemini, 6 of 10, 67. Okay, let's have a look. I know what the answer should be, but I'm going to ask the pendulum. Oh, okay. So it's swinging it. Yes, you are compatible. I can see challenges, and Elena I can see her at the side of me. She's like, oh, I'm not sure about this one. But the answer is yes. But you will need to tread carefully around each other a little bit. There's a lot of places that you will be compatible, but there's also a lot of places where you can easily get fired up, both of you, and that can cause some issues for you. But again, compassion, understanding, and you can be very happy. Ramandeep. Hello, what do you see for love and relationship? Thanks. All right, let's have a look. I'm going to take the cards for this. No doubt Elena will have something to say. Okay, so I see things being very frustrating for you in love and relationships. I feel that there's been a certain amount of mistreatment towards you. I just don't think that you ever get back what you put in. You always put so much into a relationship and it never seems to get returned. What Elena is saying is trust your instincts. Your instincts are always right. And a lot of the time you give people the benefit of the doubt where perhaps you shouldn't. I see you meeting somebody. This is going to be early February, maybe the 5th or the 6th. It's going to be at nighttime. It's in a place where you wouldn't ordinarily be. You will be wondering whether you should take that chance or not. But your intuition tells you that it's okay. You may decide on a whim that it's not, but trust the intuition that it's going to be okay, because actually that person could be the person that you're looking for. Okay. Kendra Mac. What 2022 have for me? Okay, Kendra. Let's have a look for you. I'm going to just work with Elena here. So, Kendra, what I'm seeing for you is, unfortunately, instability is what I see. I feel a lot of things changing around you, perhaps things that you wish you could control, but you can't. Things don't look to be going badly. I think it's just the fact that it's uncontrollable circumstances, and you're very much a person that likes to be in control of the things that you do, of the decisions that you make, but it just looks like the decisions aren't in your hand, and that's hard and scary for you. Trust that everything that's happening around you is for the best, even when it looks like it isn't. Eleanor says that there's communication issues around you. People aren't really, they're not really listening to you properly. Keep saying what you're saying in a calm way. Keep everything that's personal to you. Try not to overshare, and everything will work out for you. Stability should come in around August. Okay. Georgina, will finances improve in 2022? Okay, Georgina, I'm going to take to the pendulum for this. Yeah, straight away. Okay, so it looks to me, Elena's showing me a bad time for you. It's not going to start off very well for you. You will be at the low end of your finances. And for me, I'm picking up on your anxieties around that. My stomach is churned. There's a lot of things happening for you in that first 2 or 3 months. But keep plodding through, keep working hard. It will settle out for you. But yeah, it's a worrying time at first, but try not to let it take you down. And things will settle out, and you'll be looking at much more stability, and even even a lot of income coming for you. I do see there'll be money there to help you when things are so bad that you're worried. Somebody will come in. I see somebody swoop in beside you, and that helps you out an awful lot. Don't be put off by what's happening with that. Trust your instincts, follow it, and things will be okay for you. Things will improve. Okay, Jennifer. Is it over between me and Ivan? Okay, let's take a look. Okay, so the pendulum is picking up an emphatic no. It's not over between you and Ivan, although it's not looking very good either. I think that there has been a lot of misunderstanding. There has been certain amounts of pain that is happening away from the relationship, and that's affecting you on quite a big scale around that relationship, both of you. I think that Ivan is quite stubborn, and it will take some time to get through to him. But with the right amount of hard work, that can come back to you. I would be looking somewhere around March to see changes coming in around that. But that stubbornness needs to be broken down with Ivan, and I think that if you are able to, I'm just trying to listen to what Eleanor's telling me. Yeah, so if you are able to make a little transformation within yourself to be a little bit more patient around Ivan, where perhaps earlier you haven't been, and that's okay, that's you. If there is a little bit of leeway given, then you'll stand a much greater chance of this coming around quicker for you. Barbara, any happy news for me? Okay, let's have a look for happy news. Okay, so spirits show me two areas of happy news that you ask for. One of them is around money, and that will be an income of money. They're not quite showing me when, so it's not decided, but it will be in the first half of the year. I do see news of a birth around you that's going to come in around September, so that would be happy news for you. With the earlier one for the first half of the year, I would probably be looking around late June, early July, where there's a circumstance that happens around you where you're not sure whether to go through with it or not. Do that, go for it, and it will make you very happy when that comes through for you. But yeah, second half of the year, there's definitely news of birth around you. Watch out for that. That will be a happy time for you also. Okay. Anna, can you channel my dad that's passed on? Does he have anything to say? Okay, we can try that. Let's take a look. So Anna, he doesn't seem to be coming forward, but Elena is saying saying to me that he has been around you. He isn't there. He isn't there. But she does say that he has been around you, and there has been some worrying times for you, that he has been supporting you through. You felt him there, and I think you've seen him out of the corner of your eye too. I see a feather sat on the floor where it shouldn't be sat, and he's showing you that he was there for you. There's a strength that's around him. There's a huge strength, and he tries to watch from a distance. I feel like that might have been what he would have been doing in life too. He would have been there as a strong character, but from a distance. There is a lot of love that Eleanor is pushing towards me from him to you. They're trying to show me something that was his, a ring, I think it is, and they're showing me that this ring wasn't left in the right place, and that he's been looking for it. So if you have a ring of his that is perhaps put away in a drawer, or it's not visible, he's been looking for that. So I think he would like to probably see that out, or in its right place. If you can take what that means, his ring in the right place. Okay. Sorry I couldn't channel him. He just wasn't there, right there for me to grab a hold of. I'm sorry about that. Katie, how does my career look? Okay, let's have a look for you. There's lots of excitement to come around your career. I don't feel like you've anywhere near reached your potential with it. So what comes out here is the High Priestess. So she's giving you power. She's a representation of power. She's a representation of trusting your own intuition, trusting yourself. I don't think that you've been doing that in your career. I feel to a certain extent that you have. But there's a lot where you don't trust your own decisions. Sometimes you can be very, very unsure on yourself, and that affects what happens with your career. I feel like you've been looking to make a big jump, trying to find a boost in your career, but you haven't actually found the legs to go through with it, because it's quite a jump and you're not sure if you can do it, or you're not sure that it's the right thing for you. Are the circumstances correct? The advice that's being given to you there is jump. Sometimes we have to make the right jump, and it can be scary. And I think that, to be honest with you, if you make that jump, then you won't regret it. Your career will be hugely pushed forwards. Okay, Cherry. Future cards, please. Okay, let's take a look at that for you, Cherry. Okay. Okay. So here, with the Ten of Cups, so this card, and Alina's. So it's one of Contentment, love, support, things around you. Perhaps you feel like you're not getting that right now. That's coming in around you. I see lots of family contentment there, but there's the second card here that they're showing that you have to do some work on yourself too to be able to make that happen. There's a lot here that can happen for you with situations around work and around money, and you're going to have to do some work to get to that, some training perhaps, but it's all there, right there for you, and you'll have the love and support from that first card pushing into the second card there. And they show me this too, which is the Ace of Cups. Now that can mean either marriage or proposal, a new baby, something new, the start of a new situation. The Ace is always about the beginning. And I feel like there's exciting times coming for you around that. I would highly expect to see that coming in once you've got the love and support around you. Training yourself to move forwards. There's a lot of happy and exciting times. I'm excited for you. So work hard, better yourself, and all these things are there waiting for you when you get to that point. That's going to happen pretty quickly in the next year once you start to do that. Transformed. My relationship with my twin flame in 2022. I pulled away from him. Okay. Yeah. So they're showing a big drain on you. I noticed you used the word twin flame. Sometimes twin flames are here to teach us lessons, and sometimes those lessons aren't necessarily the best. I think that this twin flame is here to teach you patience. I think that you are given a transformative role with how you react to that and how you deal with that. There's huge lessons to be learned from this twin flame, but I will say it won't be easy for you, and I can see this twin flame coming in and out of your life an awful lot. It's not very stable. It can be volatile at times, but that's okay because that's the lessons that you need to pick up from this person. I do feel like you are used quite a lot from this person. That can be really irritating. Try to protect yourself from that. The relationship can be good, it can be stable, but I would approach with caution because the main point of this reading here is that not all lessons are good ones. Okay, Geetha. Hi, Chris. Can you please advise about my higher studies initiatives? I have some applications in process. I am keen to know if they will work out. Thank you. Okay, let's take a look at that. I'm going to ask the pendulum about that one for you, Geetha. Okay, so short story, yes, it will work out. I see 3 applications in particular that you have sent out. One of them is one that you really hope that you would get, and it is the best outcome for the situation. Currently, that one is not one that's in line for you, but I think that can be changed. They're showing me change around that, and I think that sometimes you use negativity in your thoughts around that particular situation, but with the universal energy, you very much manifest things. And if you're thinking negative thoughts about a situation, then you're effectively telling the universe that that's what you want to come in. This is the situation that's happening here. So if you provide lots of clarity in your thinking, lots of positivity in your thinking around that situation, that application that you put in that you want to see happen to you, but you believe it won't, change that around. They're showing me it can work for you. You can get that one. But you need to think positively and tell the universe, yeah, this is what I want. If you tell the universe, it will provide for you in this situation. It is applicable to a lot of situations in life too. It doesn't always work that way because it's for the highest and greatest good of everybody in the situation. So sometimes the universe might decide that that's not in everybody's best interest, but in this situation for you, it absolutely is. So put that positivity out there and you will get it back. That's going to happen for you. Okay, and we are. Hi Chris, it's Jessica here. Hi Jessica. I don't have a specific question, but would like to get a message from Spirit, Love and Light. Okay, Jessica, let's see if we can pull a message through for you. Okay. Elena is showing me a male in spirit that has passed away. There's some distance from then and to where we are now, so it's not particularly a recent passing. He's looking very much like a family figure, a father, a brother, a cousin. It's close into the family. This male. He's showing me that you didn't really have the best of years last year. Sometimes you felt like you didn't really have much direction, perhaps. They are telling me that actually, if you can put all of those problems aside that aren't yours, there's a lot of them. I see that you seem to just be swamped in other people's problems. Push them away because it's clouding what's happening to you. If you push those things away, then you can have the best year of your life next year. That's how big that this is being shown to me. You're feeling very suppressed in places around working, relationships. I feel like there's some toxicity there, some negativity that seems to be affecting you. But again, that's the extent of what we're seeing. So if you take care of your own energy, bring your own energy back into yourself, seal it off from everybody else. You control your own energy, not everybody else controlling your energy, and you're in for a super, super year. Hi, Clinton. Hi, my mum recently passed. Can you communicate with her, please? Okay, we can try. Yeah. Okay. So I do believe that with your mum, I'm being shown like a china plate that would have been displayed somewhere. There is this I feel in my chest like I can't breathe. Sometimes spirit used that to push on how they were feeling before they passed. But I'm being told that pressure that was there, that the feeling that I couldn't breathe, that is gone now. That's gone, and absolutely, there is nothing that is holding her back. I feel like sometimes you wonder whether she's still feeling what she was feeling in life. Is she around you? Does she have any time to visit you? She's never actually left you. I want to say that. I feel like there's a certain bond there that really holds you two together. She doesn't wish to go anywhere. She's quite happy where she is. She's watching over you. I think you feel that. And there has been problems recently that have been resolved for you. And that she wants you to know that that was her. She did that for you. And she will also keep on doing that for you. I think that if you acknowledge her more often, I see you asking questions. She tells me that you ask questions of her, but you don't wait around for the answer. So you're asking these questions. She's giving you the answer, but you're not there anymore to listen to the answer. So she's saying, listen, stop and listen. And she's able to give you more advice than you need. Anything that you stop to listen for, she says. She says you're always rush. You need to slow down. She is quite happy with your situation right now, and she sends a lot of love to you. Okay. Okay, Kiki. My birthday is March 17th, 1997. Will I meet my soulmate this year, and when? Okay, let's have a look for 2022, since this year's nearly over. Okay, so the pendulum is swinging at maybe. Again, I earlier spoke about the maybe response from the pendulum, and that means that there's a set of circumstances that are preventing it happening. It's not a no, so that person is clearly there. They will be in the right position, I'm told, right now to meet you. But it's you that's not in the right position for that. I feel there's healing for you to have, Kiki. There is unresolved issues from previous relationship. There's quite a lot of pain that I'm feeling in the heart section. So I feel like even though you think you might have recovered, there's still stuff that needs to be worked on. And as human beings, we are absolutely terrible at healing. So take a deeper look, maybe take a Reiki session or have somebody assess your energy. I feel like there's imbalance, and that's nothing bad about you. That is just the fact that we are all human beings and we can't assess ourselves properly unless we're literally looking at our own energy without any biased opinions, and that's very, very difficult to do. So I would suggest that you try and find somebody in your local area perhaps, or find a Reiki master that can help you to heal those things that you can't see. And next year you will be able to find that soulmate when you've done that healing. I hope that's okay for you, Kiki. Okay, Deborah. What does the future hold for me, please, and thank you? Okay, I will turn to the cards for that for you. Let's see what we've got in store for you, Deborah. Okay, so I feel like there's a bit of a mix here for you. Okay, I'm going to show you the cards first. Okay, so here we have the moon, and here we have the page of wands. Okay, let's see if we can see that. So with the moon, we're looking at sort of there can be unseen problems. So I feel like that coming up for you in the next sort of 2 to 3 months, there'll be little irritations, little niggles that you wish weren't there, but they're there, so we have to deal with them. So we can't really shut off what the problems are going to be. I feel like finances might struggle a little bit, and I feel like you might just be sideswiped a little bit by a situation regarding a close one, somebody that you live with, perhaps. With the Page of Wands coming in after it, there's new hope, there's new prospect, and maybe inspiration. And I'm being shown that you're very creative with your hands. I really think that you should be doing more with that. They're showing me that you're very, very creative, but you don't really do it enough. You don't give yourself enough credit for it. Build that positivity around yourself, because actually you are very, very good at it. Figure out how you could move that into a new business project, perhaps. There's a lot of good things to come for you, but first of all, you're going to need to get through that first 2 or 3 months where things are looking not the best for you, but plod at it and deal with it. Don't bury it. As soon as you've dealt with it, everything else, all this new prospect and everything comes pushing in for you. I think you'll be very happy next year. Hi, Mary. First time here. I'm 76. Reading, please. Okay, Mary. Let's take a look for you. Okay. So I'm being shown there's something that is maybe around a fireplace. There seems to be something on that fireplace, on that mantelpiece, that is very important to you. And it's a connection to somebody that isn't here anymore too. And that's what I'm being asked to acknowledge here, that that person that has that special object that you have there on the mantle, they are here with you. They are fully supporting you. You haven't really been able to find closure for that person, and they acknowledge the fact that you can't find closure, and they knew really that you wouldn't be able to. There's been some worrying times for you recently. I feel very much that those times are going to come to a close for you round about March. There seems to be somebody coming in close to you. Maybe it's a family friend that you haven't seen for a little while. There's somebody that comes in and it's companionship for you in the friendly sense of the word. I think, to be honest with you, you've had many, many doubts about faith and spirituality, and you kind of lost your way for a little bit there. But I'm being shown that you're being brought back to your path, and that actually full of life, full of vitality, all of the energy that you require is all there. It's all about your own faith, your own trust, your own belief. And they're telling me, although you lost it for a little while, that is coming back strong for you, and you should expect to have a good year next year. Yeah, definitely look to whatever it is around. It's like a mantle or a fireplace or something like that. There's definitely a strong connection there for you, and that's being given to you because that's going to be something that's going to keep you strong. Okay. Okay, Carabo. Hi, Chris. Can I have a general reading for 2022? Of course you can. Let's take a look. I'm going to do this one, and then I'll do one more, and then I think that will be good for today. Oh, this card is jumping out for you. Okay. I like when cards jump out because that means that there's a real significance that somebody wants to show you in those cards. So this is the Ace of Pentacles. Now, like I said earlier, the aces, they are very, very good. They are new beginnings, new opportunities. I feel like you're really in need of that news. So with the Pentacles, we're looking at like a new job or a raise or a promotion, something along those lines. And it's all about the newness of the situation. So if you're looking for a new job, you're going to get it. If you are looking at your job and thinking, I need more money for this, ask, you're going to get it. If you're looking for that promotion, ask, you're going to get it. It's all about the new, and that's going to happen for you very, very fast in 2022. So go for it. You have to go after it, and it will be there for you. You might be worried about what response you're going to get. Don't worry about that. Go for it. So the other one is talking about you. Yeah, we have the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands is about being bold, being a leader, and I think you have a lot of those qualities, but sometimes you don't show it. I think that if you come into your own power, go after what you want, you know what you want, you have the strength and spirit are around you pushing that strength. But that first card that jumped out of the deck there, the Ace of Pentacles, that's showing you that very, very quickly into the new year, all that stuff is there for you. So yeah, go take it. Okay, I'll take the last question now, please. Okay, Sam, please may I have a love card reading? Of course you can. Let's take a look for you. Okay. Yep. Okay. That one. Okay. Okay. Let's take a look at what we have. Okay. All right. So what we have here is the Eight of Cups, and we have the Four of Cups. So both of the cups, they're both about emotions, they're both water-based. I feel like you've not had the best time. I feel abandonment. I feel that there is fear around abandonment, and that affects your relationships very much. It's valid. It's valid fear. I think that sometimes you can be your own enemy. I don't mean to sound cruel. But yeah, you can be your own enemy sometimes. And if you can show the faith and trust and love yourself all around you, then people can come in and you can attract those people that are going to give you the same back. Eleanor is telling me that sometimes you don't have very much self-esteem, and everything can just feel like it's just crashing in on you, and everything's too much, and it all becomes very emotional, and I want to cry. That's how it's making me feel. So love yourself, heal yourself, trust yourself. Your intuition is absolutely insane. You have the best intuition that I've seen all day. There is a certain amount of stubbornness from you. I think that has to be dropped a little bit too. You can be very, very stubborn. Sometimes with relationships, it's about give, take. And I feel like when you're being in that situation, you feel that you're being taken advantage of, then whoop, straight up come the walls. And, everything then is just bouncing off the walls that you've just put up. So yeah, if you heal yourself, work on yourself, then you'll attract the people that come into your life that are going to be much better for you. You can find real good solid love relationship next year. But with the amount of healing that I see needs to be done on you, I think that I would be laying off that situation personally until around April. So go away, work on yourself, treat yourself, go for a spa, do something that you like, become in love with yourself, and then go out to look for it. I hope that's okay. Okay, so that's going to be it from me today. Thank you so much for all your questions. If anybody has any questions that weren't asked, then you can always come find me online on Cassandra. My name's Chris1. It's been absolutely wonderful talking to you all, and I hope that everybody that I managed to speak to today and got the answers that they were looking for. Okay, thank you. Have a great day.